motorized bicycle.
I saw the one bike was a KTM. What was the other? What were you riding?
I've got a GSA 1200.
That's
So
right. That's
yeah,
right.
so my buddy's on a KTM 660, so it's like a pretty dual sport oriented. It's like a souped up dirt bike, I guess is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
And then the bike I'm on is like if you want to tour around the world, that's the bike that you ride. I mean, it's like you fill it up, it holds 8 gallons in the tank. So when it's
that's a heavy big bike. So I know when you went through that stream crossing.
Oh yeah, it wasn't pretty. I didn't style it. You can ask Taylor. I definitely didn't style it, but I got across. I won't lie. I told Taylor because Taylor's a good like motorcyclist and a really good mountain biker. Come to find out, but I was like, all right, I will go across this stream. Like I want to keep going on this loop, but I do not want to ride this bike across.
Yeah,
because it's not my bike, and like last thing I want to do is like sling it off into the rapids and it disappears. So the plan was I was going to drive it down to the water, ride it down the water, and then I was going to hop off, and we were both going to walk it across. Two people, which I'm not proud of, but you got to be smart. And so I get down there, and by the time I get down to the water, like I realize that Taylor is, but in no position to help me, and he's just like kind of smiling, like laughing at me, and he's like, "Just gun it, just gun it." And so I gunned it, and I made it, but it wasn't pretty. But then the worst part was we kept going up the trail, like I said, for like another, couple miles, and the logging service had blocked the road by cutting down 2 trees to block the road. So we had to turn right back around, and I'm like just getting over the adrenaline rush of doing the stream crossing, and I got to turn around and do it again. So that was fun.
Pick up the bikes and throw them over the trees?
Dude, we talked about it with Taylor. So Taylor's bike weighs like 350 pounds, and we were like, we could probably get his bike up and over. But that GS is loaded down. It's got to be close to 500 pounds. Like it's tall and big. It's huge. Yeah.
Mine was 700 dry.
Really?
Yeah. It was heavy.
I mean, for me, it just feels like 500. It probably is 700, but I'm so big and strong. Like it probably is. It feels like 500, but
So that's funny. So we did tour. When I was on Tour Divide, coming through Colorado. I don't know. At one point, there were probably 30 of those guys on BMWs and KTMs and stuff. They just showed up in the middle of the mountain. I made them take pictures of us in front of, I think it might have been, was it Boreas Pass? I think it was Marshall Pass. And they were on some BMW, outdoor touring where they show you how to ride in the off-road and stuff. And at one point we were at a stream crossing, and there was one guy training 2 people on how to ride bikes, in off-road and stuff. And we sat and had lunch at the stream crossing and watched them go back and forth probably a couple dozen times in an hour or so. They just sat there and he made them go through the stream back and forth, like do it this way, and go through it faster, go through it slower. It was fun.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's what it takes. And I think, it's not that this is a motorcycling podcast, which we'll get to bikes here soon, but I do think there are parallels. Like, and especially, we're going to go mountain biking tomorrow, and I am excited to get on the mountain bike after doing like some pretty strenuous off-roading on this big, heavy, 500, 600 pound bike, because I feel like I will be able to throw the mountain bike around like it's nothing. And I think there are parallels in that sense. And but the difference is on a mountain bike, it's nice because you can experiment without too much risk. Like you can try to hit a berm like a little bit differently. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like you can build up your confidence slowly, but with a motorcycle, I mean, there are times when you just gotta trust the bike and not riding. I don't ride a whole lot on a motorcycle, and so there were moments where I needed a little bump of confidence. So it was nice to have a good partner there to ride with me.
So the heavier, as the bike gets heavier and the tires get wider, it gets a little easier to do that sort of thing. And then you add suspension to it. I mean, doing a corner on a road bike or a gravel bike on loose gravel is a lot different than doing a corner on a full suspension downhill bike. in
Yeah,
loose
which always
gravel.
surprises me. Like to switch it back into cycling. You know, they always talk about how the mountain bikers are such good handlers, and that some of the guys that come from road and just gravel, like they can't handle their bikes very well.
Yeah.
It seems to me that people that grew up riding gravel and not mountain bikes might be better bike handlers, because I mean, you're forced to make those machines do some things that are not, especially with some of the gravel tracks today. Like, you know, I mean, Core 4, for example, I mean, like all that single track.
Yeah.
You
know,
disagree. I could see it in your
No,
face.
no, I don't disagree. You know, I think I'm just thinking about, like, you know, when you're mountain biking, there's a certain amount of upper body strength that you're using a lot more than a
That's
a
true.
roadie or a gravel
Yeah.
cyclist.
That's why I'm jacked.
wouldn't do
You
it.
know, that's why I'm
Yeah.
jacked.
Just
Throwing the
huge
bike
area.
around.
Yeah.
Speaking of mountain biking, you know, I went out on a ride. I was kind of tired. I was like, maybe I'll just do a short section, come home. And I decided to do the whole woodpecker, go all the way to the end of the trail and come back. And after the trailhead, the Tom Hawkin trailhead, you know, you start and go back towards Iowa City. You know that section by the creeks kind of, you know, flow, it's little humps there.
Yeah.
Man, a bug went for my right ear. And
Straight out the other side.
I took my hand off to like get the thing out, and man, I hit the deck so hard.
You went down.
Yeah, my helmet's done.
Dude,
My
bugs,
helmet-
there has to be a statistic out there for bugs and spiders causing hospital visits on mountain bikes. Because
Oh yeah.
I had the same thing happen to me. I went and rode the other morning, and I kind of went later in the morning. I was like, definitely someone's gone before me, because you never want to be first on a trail, because
Yeah.
it's spider webs everywhere.
Yeah.
And
I
so I
know.
got there and I rode, and it was one of the worst experiences I've ever had on a mountain bike. Like, I mean, I almost went over the handlebars like 4 times, just slamming the brakes, because here's some big orb weaver, like just read you up in there. But I don't know if that's a Tennessee thing in specific or Georgia thing in specific, but
North Carolina was bad too. It's the humidity
yeah,
and the dew, and then the trails kind of grow in. Oh,
yeah.
and you get
So-
like, and you stop, and all of a sudden you're just like,
Yeah, you feel it on you. When I stopped, this is awful. I stopped at the end of the ride, and I just pulled my hand down my arm, and it was just covered in spider web.
yeah, just sticky.
Like, it's sticky. Yeah, it was so
Yeah.
bad. So
Yeah, and it catches you off guard. It just
I know it's awful.
Yeah.
I
And
fell down backwards. I
It doesn't
stopped.
catch me off guard.
I was going up a hill, and I stopped and like almost hit a spider, rocked back, and then like tried to drop my dropper to like get back, and I just fell over backwards. Yeah,
to
it was
get
bad.
the center of gravity. Yeah, no, that's what it was. So it's crazy how fast you hit the ground.
Yeah.
It's like
I hit the ground really fast. It hurts
Yeah.
too. It's
Yeah.
not great.
there was a guy behind me in a Jeff's kit that saw it, and he stopped and like, dude, like, you need me to call anybody? I'm like, no. He saw me like crash. My helmet was like all like done for, and
Yeah.
the handlebar
Did you
just went right
So-
on.
was the bike okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, no,
it's
actually,
fine.
my lockout's broken. Yeah. So
Bummer.
luckily locked. It's locked.
Well, it's
so I
time
can't
to get a
unlock
new bike, I think.
Yep.
I mean,
I don't know, man. I like that top fuel. It's still fast, you know.
yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
If
So
I get a new bike, it'll probably be the Salsa Tributary or whatever it is.
Ooh, right
No.
there.
So, let's talk about crash in a second. So, I've separated a shoulder, knocked myself out, and broken both wrists. What do you guys got?
I broke my collarbone earlier this year, and
Whoa, that's a good one.
yeah, just like not a bad break, but it was broken. And then that's it on the mountain bike. I mean, I've never, or on the, I've taken road rash. Now I have taken off a softball sized chunk of skin several times from crashes and races and things like that.
And you notice people are worried more about Aria's bike. Well,
Yeah, they
the
should be.
long-
That's all I care. I mean, when I crashed last, when I broke my collarbone, the first thing I thought was, oh no, is my bike okay? And then the second thing I thought was, I need to check myself out because I don't know if I'm okay.
That's on my road ID. You know, is my bike okay? That's like you check on my road ID. Is my bike?
Well, there's there's insurance on your body. There's no insurance on your bike for the most part. Like, do you guys do any insurance on your bikes, or do you guys know anybody that does that? Like for crashes?
It would be homeowners, and then
But no, there are some insurances out there that like do like if you crash your bike in a race. Like, do you guys know anybody that does
wanted
that?
to know about that actually.
Yeah.
Because I see I watch a lot of crete racing, and I see $14,000 bikes being wrecked. I'm like, you certainly like even if you have money, it would make no sense to like, oh, I'm just gonna ride my bike and if it crashes and breaks, whatever. Like, so that makes sense if there's some companies that you can. I wonder how much that is. How much is it? Anybody?
There's our business. Let's start another business.
There is a business out there. It's like VeloSure or someone in the chat. Drop in what the insurance company is because I think it's really popular out in like the crit scene, like in California and stuff like that. Because of course all those guys are racing on like S-Works, and like they just crash those bikes all the time.
So Zorn's saying that he's got like broken jaw and all kinds of stuff. I guess what does that mean about us, Zorn? Are we like
I know
not good mountain bikers because we broke our bones, or does that mean we're just better mountain bikers?
Well, I know Zorn doesn't have a platform right now. He's just in the chat, but I know for a fact that when he broke his jaw and elbows and things like that, I think he was doing like a 40-foot like gap into over a road, and there were puppies down on the road, I think, that he had to jump over. So it was something epic. Yeah, like
Jesus.
I'm pretty sure he really crashed himself to save those puppies. So it was. You guys, we'll have to ask him about it. I don't know if that's the exact story.
There
may have been a parking lot showing off.
Did you crash to save the puppies? That's legit. I always wonder about that when you're in a gravel road, you're doing 35 miles an hour. Man, what if a deer comes out? It's like, pain is the name of that game.
Yeah, I hit 61 miles an hour on the bike the other day, and it was too fast. It was like, I had as I would hit that, it wasn't on purpose, but I hit that coming down one of the mountains here, and I was like, that's too fast. Like 50, 55, I'm okay with.
I get into that mode, and I'm going that fast, and I'm kind of watching the speed, and then I'm thinking, dude, what if my front tire pops?
Yes. Like, did I check? I did not check my stem bolts. Like, I did not check my bolts. Like, I didn't check my axles. Like, is this really
if I hit this little pothole?
Yeah, that's it. Right?
And there's the risk.
But at the same time, it feels so good to go that fast.
The bike is I think bike riding, I think that's maybe why we love it. It's like everything can go good, right? It's like you're a perfect machine, you on the bike, but it doesn't take that much to like really go sideways.
Yeah. So listen, Sunday I did my gravel race Sunday, and 10 miles in, 15 miles in, there's a long downhill, and they warned everybody it's a long, loose downhill, and it's a court. I wasn't really paying attention, and I'm up, and there's like 15 or 20 of us that are all in the front, and we hit this hill, and we're just flying, and it's kind of loose gravel, and it starts to turn left a little bit, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm a little fast here. I better slow down. So I start gingering the brakes, and it's getting sharper and sharper. I'm like, oh, this is good.
It's the worst feeling.
And Aria knows me more than you, Graham, but about biking. I don't clip out. I stay clipped in. And I kind of make fun of the roadies that kind of click their foot out, on those gravel corners.
Moto style, yeah.
Dude, I clicked out, and I had that foot down, and I was like, oh shit. I actually went just off the road, and luckily it was kind of a parking area, pull off area. There was just dirt and grass, and I hit that, and that gave me traction, and I turned and got back on the course. But
Yeah.
I let out a woo! Yeah, it was a good one.
God, that feeling that is probably my least favorite feeling in biking though, is blowing a turn. Because like when it can be so simple. All of a sudden you don't even feel a difference. All of a sudden you just know that you're like, I am not gonna make this, or I am close to not making it. And when you save it, you feel like you've lived out a 9 life situation. And when you don't, I mean, Jason, thank God there was somewhere for you to go. But yeah,
it worked out.
That's funny.
I did all right on my race. Remind
the audience. I know all about it, of course.
Oh, real quick, before we get into Jason's race, let's thank our sponsors.
Oh yeah,
thank, Reland.
Sponsors.
Reland, it's been they're an invaluable partner to us. You guys know Yvonne did the dam, so without that recovery, every day riding and recovering, I don't think it will be harder time on the bike. So I want to thank Reland for providing us the support they have.
Where can our audience find Reland? And do we have a code? Is there a code?
Yes. The code through the URL, we have all the URL in the link below in the comment section. So you'll see it. All our partners' websites are linked in every podcast. So just
all right, go there. Tell them we sent you.
Yeah, they'll know that we sent you. Support. A portion of those proceeds come to us, so it helps us keep all these lights. Jason, grandmother light on there. Got a light. Got to charge the laptop, so we appreciate that. Olive as well, and World of Bikes for keeping those bikes rolling. Anyway, let's get back to it. Jason, tell us about your.
So it was
your bike race.
Part of the they call it the Transylvania gravel series. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it was part of that.
It's in Pennsylvania, yeah. So it was the Mid-State Gravel Grinder. They had a 72 mile loop. They had a 48 and like a 35. So I did the 48.
Man, you wimped out, huh?
I haven't been riding a whole lot. I have only got 1,400 miles for the year. That's like,
man,
I haven't been that light on miles since we moved to North Carolina. Really, it's been like I'm used to like 3,000-4,000 by this time of the year.
Should you even be on the podcast with that few miles?
Well, let's not go too far. But yeah, I did the 48. Got 8th in my age group, which is the 50 to 59. I think I haven't seen the overall results. The guy in front of me was saying that he thought he was 20th overall, and he was maybe 1 or 2 places ahead of me, maybe not. Good nutrition, beautiful day. Gravel was awesome. Did that gnarly downhill. Started with the front guys. We let out fast, and then I just kind of figured once we started hitting the hills, I didn't want to blow up by the time I got to 45. And then when we got to like mile, 40, 45, I was just watching like the route. I didn't have a mileage on there, so I wasn't really paying attention to where the finish was. I knew it was coming, and there were a couple of guys that, I don't know, they were about out there a couple hundred yards that, maybe I could have caught, but I didn't.
Yeah. So, you felt good though? How'd you feel after the race?
I felt
That's
great.
really what I care about these days.
I didn't cramp. I took a bottle of scratch and salt and a bottle of water. I drank both of those, and then I had a flask of my honey and syrup and salt, and I finished that off.
What ratios do you do for that? For your flask? What ratios do you do for your flask?
Like half and half.
Half and half.
Yeah.
And then you throw some salt in there.
Yeah.
How much salt do you throw in there?
Like maybe 1/8 of a tablespoon, 1/4 of a tablespoon. I'm a salty palate, so I like it stuff's a little saltier.
Yeah.
But that stuff, I put the granulated salt in there. It doesn't mix up so well.
Course, you definitely gotta.
I just put it in there, and if it mixes up during the race, it mixes up. If it doesn't, at least trying to get it in me, So I think there were like 20 people in my age category.
How many people were in the race total? I mean, if 20 were in your age category.
I think the 50 mile was 88.
It's pretty good.
And the 35 and the 70 were probably another close to that. So I think around 150, 160 people total.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna try. I think they're doing a package where if you buy into all the races for the season,
kind of like the Grub Series,
you get the discount. So I think I'm going to do that discount next year. That'll encourage me to get out there and do these races. And then I'm just going to focus on doing those and, a few other maybe one-offs. Because that's a lot of money to throw out. It was $90 to do.
It's crazy.
How much is it for the whole package?
It was $90 for what I did this weekend. I'm not sure what the total. It's a significant discount though if you go with.
Yeah, I like those. I like Tennessee, or the Southeast Gravel Series is pretty good, and they do a pretty good package where it's not too expensive. But man, I was talking so I have a few friends that are doing Leadville this weekend. Is anybody in Iowa City doing Leadville? Do we know? Or anybody?
I don't know of anybody. There's a guy, you guys, Jason, you might know him, Rob McCullough. He always rides a fat bike.
Okay. Yeah.
He's done it 10 times.
That's crazy. Well,
10 times.
He probably won't be doing it 10 more times, because I heard that it's like $500 or something like that to ride Leadville. To ride Leadville, like one day.
Which is insane.
Like, so you take, say it is 500, which I think it actually may be more. It's 500. Then you got to fly or drive out there, which is a few $100s.
Oh, Zoran says
600. Zoran says 600.
Holy cow.
Yeah, you got to fly out there. You got to have lodging, which there's hardly any lodging in Leadville itself. So it means you're staying in Steamboat or somewhere like that. It's got to be a couple $1,000s.
Oh no, that's you're talking almost $1,000 just for the race. And if you're serious about finishing, having a good race, you're probably gonna go there maybe 4 days early, man.
Yeah. So I guess the question it's crazy because that's not a gravel race. It is a mountain bike race, but it is kind of a gravel race. It's the same spirit as a gravel race, but it's should they charge that much? And I would say, yeah, because there's a waiting list and a lottery every year for people that want to go do it. I don't know.
So what's the profit margin on it? I guess, I'm all about people.
Well,
you make what you can make. I mean, if people are going to pay for that, then by all means, go ahead and.
Well, we spent pretty much the whole summer in Leadville last year, and we we got to know some of the local people there. The one thing that Leadville does, like the organization with the race, they actually put most of that money back in the community. One of the things that I know they do for sure is every kid that graduates high school, I think, gets $2,000 to go towards their college or vocational school, whatever the case may be. But that's a big deal for that, a lot of those kids,
It's a very small community.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping the community gets a lot of these Ragbri towns. This is their. Ragbri just 2 weeks ago was their year. That was their year.
Yeah.
But how much does it cost to do Ragbri?
Yeah, that's expensive.
Well,
that's expensive. If you sign up for the Pork Belly Tour thing, I believe, where they transport your tent for you from town to town, which you still have to set up, by the way. And I think you can pay for service where they set up your tent, but it's like $2,000 a person.
Yeah.
And that's
what's the cheapest way? How many people?
The cheapest way is to just ride your bike and bike park, the whole thing.
Well, do you have to enter can you just poach ragbri? I guess you can just poach it, right?
You could, but if you crashed,
Yeah.
obviously they'll help you, but there's an insurance that comes with registering for ragbri. So I always try to encourage people, especially if you're gonna do I feel like if you're gonna do the whole week, to pay.
Yeah.
It's the.
But to your point, Jason, back to the original, we were talking about your race and trying to figure out what to do. I mean, to have you're an average person and you have a 3 race calendar for the year. I mean, you could be talking about spending $5,000, $5,000 at a minimum.
Yeah, 15 grand.
Yeah.
I think if we didn't have the RV, I just look at some of the races we've done. We go, we spend 4 or 5 days. Man, at $200 a night in a hotel. I mean, that's you're talking $1,200 right there just for hotel. And if you're in a hotel, you're likely going to have to pretty much eat out every freaking meal because you can't really cook. Yeah. So it adds up.
It's just not to get all too one-sided about things, but I just I'm not a huge advocate for the spirit of gravel and all those things, but I am when it comes to mass participation events and these iconic events like Leadville, like Unbound, Mid-South, Ragbri, whatever it may be, all these races. If you make it, Zoran put in the chat there, said it's $525 for a single, $625 for a tandem, which is hilarious, by the way. It's just you are making gravel exclusive to people that have money, and you're going to exclude a lot of people out of the sport by doing that.
That's kind of what I was thinking. The same thing, as long as we're not abusing. I mean, I would hope Leadville. So, how many people sign up to do Leadville? Let's just do some math,
Well, I sign up, intend and want to do it, and then don't get in, or how many people actually get to do it?
Get registered. All right,
Zoran, to the interwebs, Zoran. How many people did Leadville?
Zoran's gonna be our producer now.
Yeah, Zoran's our producer.
Zoran's gonna be our fact checker. Thanks, Zoran. We appreciate you.
So
man.
let's say it's 1,000 people. Easy math, $500 a pop. That's $500,000, right? So
then you got to pay the local sheriff. You got to pay the local sheriff.
You got to pay these people. You got to pay the help. You got to get the food and stuff. What's the profit margin on that? I wonder.
But at the same time, I would also say the local community. If I'm Lifetime, the company, which Lifetime's a huge company, right? They own a bunch of gyms, so they have other revenue streams. But I probably go to the Leadville County, whatever the county is. I don't know if it's Summit County or whatever it is. And or I go to the city or the mayor or whatever, and I say listen, we're going to bring in, if it's 1,000 athletes plus their plus ones, let's say it's a multiplier of 1.5 people per sign up because of family and things like that. I'm going to bring 1,500 people into your community that are going to spend money at bars, the one hotel, and Airbnbs. So you should offer me any revenue I make to be tax free or something along those lines.
Merchandising and stuff, There's
I think it's a great thing. I think it's amazing, and these communities would not survive if that weren't the case. But at the same time, if the people that get to do it, I'm just talking about the people that get to do the race or could do the race, unless there are scholarships and things like that I don't know of, it's just it's exclusive. It's
Zoran's saying 800, which. Now to me sounds a little bit more like it's a little overpriced.
Yeah.
Well, that's as many people as are willing to let it, and I think limiting the field is smart on them because economics. If you can control the supply, you can control the price. Then
and it's the same with the services. How long do the sheriffs have to be out there? How long do the do they have to have a support staff set out at these different places, but also gravel, I feel is tending and again, not gravel. I'm going to call Leadville a gravel race because it's a gravel race that you just do on a mountain bike. It's not like it's a mountain bike race. But it's becoming more and more, less supported, right? Like, I feel like aid stops at these races, like at least the pros, no aid stops, right? They carry all their nutrition with them and trickle down biking. Like, I feel like
Not
that's
an
just gonna.
unbound.
When do you think we'll have to pay for the aid stops?
Oh, like swipe, like you got your little microchip right here, and you just like swipe, like your little payment.
Or you prepay. You're like, all right, I'm gonna buy the
Well,
second aid station,
and
but not the
there will
first.
be tiers. There will be tiers.
Yeah.
To what your tank pays for. You can get water only.
Little bike detectors. If you go through the wrong chute into the wrong like aid, they're gonna be like alarms going off, and they kick you out.
So the race I did this weekend was the one nice thing is they had a line item on the bottom. You could pay for a meal at the end, which was nice because I didn't want to pay for the meal because it's always carbohydrates, breads and pizzas and spaghettis and stuff that I can't eat because I gotta be gluten free. So yeah. So
On the bright side, guys, Ivan did the dam the day across Minnesota.
So several Iowa Cityans attempted and completed the dam, right?
Yeah.
Which dam? Is it the day across Minnesota?
Across Minnesota. Yeah.
Dam.
They said at midnight.
You mean dam or dam?
Dam.
The dam. So if you finish it, you're a dam champion.
Do they call it a dam?
Yeah. You could do a double dam. You could do a double dam.
No, did people do double dams?
Yeah, there were a couple of people that I interviewed actually that doing the double dam. Do you
go west to east, east to west, or east to west?
You start with everybody. You finish with everybody, and then turn around and go back.
It's crazy.
You got to do the dam.
The triple dam.
No.
Triple dam.
Man, so they left at midnight, and the plan was to meet Ivan on mile 124, and then 178 and 221. So I slipped in knowing, okay, I need to kind of figure out because I needed to drive to mile 124. So I got up at like 5 a.m. So I slept for 4 hours. And
you had it rough.
I had it rough.
You had it rough.
You did.
Usually I'm like a 9 to 10 hour kind of guy. So 4 hours is like sleep, torture. And I texted her. I texted Ivan. I'm like, "How was your ride?" And I could tell, you could sense when somebody's spirit is not positive in a text. It was very, short. I'm like, "Oh boy!" And she's like 80 miles in. I'm like, "All right, I'll meet you at mile 124." And the first 80 miles was super sandy. So, and at night, you're trying to ride through that sandy stuff. But she had 55s on, so it was easier riding, but still energy sapping. So I met her 124. We just kind of parked on the side of the road, and she was still like, I don't know if I'm going to finish. Yeah. I'm like, you've done 200 miles, 204 miles. I'm like, what's another, 38 miles, all right? And then I saw Tyson. Blake had a flat tire like early in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And he texted me, but I didn't, but I didn't, I had my phone on silent, so I didn't hear it. Actually, no, I had my phone on, I didn't hear it. So I texted him back, but I didn't have reception. And, but anyway, long story short, some crews were able to help him get going, and then he got cramps. Tyson, I saw at mile 178 also. So Ivan rolled into 178, and you could tell like her attitude had completely shifted. She's like, let's finish this. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought I'm getting off the clock. And it's like, nope. She's like, meet me one more time. So I met her mile 221. And at that point, you have 20 some miles to go, and she still had like 4 hours to go to meet cutoff. I'm like, well, you got this. But it was like the last 30 miles were really hilly, like driftless, region hilly. But it was a tough one. She gets to the finish line, and I look, and her jacket was all rolled into her cassette. but I think she was so delirious that
She didn't know.
She's like, "Oh, that's why my bike was not shifting." I'm like, "Yes." It was all like, it was all like tangled in there.
Oh man.
Yeah, she did it. It's it's insane. I don't know if that's not. It's a tough race. The midnight starts really hard. So, but anyway,
I mean,
it
yeah,
was good.
strong women though. She was probably channeling her inner Pauline Ferrand-Prévot, right?
That's
Tour de
right.
France winner.
Yeah, how did that go?
Yeah, so strong women riding everywhere. Yvonne riding all the way across the state, and the first French winner of the Tour de France Femme, I think.
French winner of the Tour de France?
Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know for sure, because like there have been different iterations of the women's Tour de France over the years, but they've been, like everything from a 1-day race to a 4-day race, but I think this new one, like the Tour de France Femmes Avec Zwift, like the one that's produced by Zwift, like I think what we had, who won it the first year? Was it Kasia? It wasn't last year. Wasn't the first year? Oh no, it was what's her name?
Yeah, what's her name? Yeah, the lady that won Unbound, right?
Annemiek van Vleuten. It was Annemiek van Vleuten. I think won it the first year, and then it was Kasia last year who beat Demi Vollering, and then this year.
Where was Kasia at this year?
She was there. I mean, but like it was like her and Demi way back in the back, and then Pauline Ferrand-Prévot just like taking off. So.
Well, I think endurance sports kind of like.
Oh, I got a guest. Hey, we got a guest.
Who's that?
Taylor White, motorcycle extraordinaire. How y'all doing?
Nice.
Hey,
you teaching ground the ropes of motorcycling?
Yeah, he can't hear, so
yeah, he can't hear.
He said, "Are you teaching me the ropes of motorcycling?"
I'm teaching them how to ride motorcycles and mountain bikes.
Yeah.
There we go,
dude.
So you're good company there.
I did a short ride with this guy the other day, and he tore my legs off a little bit.
Yeah.
Downhill. And, see, the problem is like I'm usually good at like recovering on the downhills with my friends, so they beat me up the uphills, but then I catch them on the downhills. This guy like goes up the uphills fast and then just accelerates down the downhills. Like he's just roosting berms and like bunny hopping over stuff, and I'm like, all right,
well, Graham, Sea Otter next year, you're gonna be feeling just right for Sea Otter next year. You're gonna have all that just
for Sea Otter, yeah.
We're gonna hammer up the hill or hammer down the hill. It's like,
we're gonna destroy him.
We talked about the creek crossing and the motorcycling today, so
yes, sir.
I told him.
You think my Spider would survive those creek crossings?
Your what?
No.
Spider.
Your Spider?
Actually, probably.
Oh, yeah. He says, "Would the Spider survive the creek crossing?"
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah, totally. You bring it on down, dude. I didn't know you had a Spider.
We're not doing that.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, Zoran. Zoran's in the chat. I think he's coming down. What is he flying down tomorrow? And he's gonna ride on the back.
Yeah, he said he even got a special kit. You know what I'm saying? For riding on the back.
Yeah, so he's gonna get on the back of my motorcycle and ride with me.
Yeah, it's super tight. It's bright pink.
You gotta get some video of that.
Yeah. We will. We'll get some video. Yeah, for sure.
Man, you should get Zoran. He's on.
What's up, Z?
Yeah, we don't know if we trust Z on a motorcycle. We've already seen his cycling injuries. We've talked about those. Yeah. So that's on 2 wheels with no motor.
Yeah, right. Amy would hurt you guys if you got hurt. You guys would be in trouble.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with Amy.
What's he saying? The Core 4 has 915.
Yeah, you go ahead and drop that coin, buddy. Yeah. Ain't gonna change nothing.
Go buy a motorcycle. Yeah, Core 4 has got
right in the back of your motorcycle.
915 people. Like,
wow.
I don't know if we should do a Core 4 preview now, but we do need to like talk about some of the talent that's coming there, because I mean there is some legit.
Do we have there a list yet of all everybody that's registered?
Yeah, I don't know if there's a list. I just leave it to you guys to let me know what's going on. This guy's going to be he's driving the quad for the
Pro Men's.
Like the media moto for the Pro Men's.
Yep.
Nice.
So, yeah, he'll be out there giving us all the.
Too, right? Is Zoran riding with you then?
Zorn's doing the Pro Women.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I'm trying to see if they have a list of who's registered.
Yeah, I don't know who's ready. I know like obviously Lachlan Morton's coming, Drew Dillman, Chase Ward. Isn't Ivar Slick? Is he coming? Or maybe there's some European coming. There are a few Europeans coming. I think that they're all going for the Gravel Air Series. So
It's a stacked pack.
yeah. Which talking about profitability of races, we got to get Alex on here at some point to talk about like what he's done for Core 4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Alex is
let's
the man.
talk about Core 4 again. Is it just an Iowa City thing, or does it go to different places?
Core 4?
Yeah.
It's just an Iowa City thing, but I think it's like a sister
But it's part of the
race.
Gravel Earth series.
Yeah, but like, wasn't there some sort of influence from Rule of 3? Like I remember the first year that Core 4 came out, they were like, it's our sister race for Rule of, no? I'm just making that up.
The Core,
they might have got inspired with the terrain and profile.
So what does Core 4 stand for? What's
Core 4 is no surfaces untouched. So
correct.
Road, gravel roads, single track, and for B roads. And so for the people that don't know what B roads are in the Midwest, I didn't know about B roads until I moved up there. But B roads are like, they're public roads most of the time, unless the farmers tell you they're not. But they still are public roads, but they're unmaintained. So ruts, mud, rocks,
Overgrown.
like all sorts of stuff. Yeah, overgrown. It could be everything. Yeah.
Okay. And then so it's not an all around thing. It's just an Iowa City thing, which is great.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. That and was it? Did Alex start all this? How did
Alex start Core 4, or did someone else start Core 4?
That's a good question. He needs to talk about the.
I know, we got to bring him on. I just want to hear the story of it, because like it's like
Beyonce.
so many people promote like community events and races, and like, not to knock your race, Jason, but even though it's part of the Transylvania series, like Core 4 has blown up in 4 years into like one of the biggest races in the country.
So Alex
it's
is part.
It's Iowa City. It's hard to beat.
It's Iowa Gravel Gang.
Alex is
right.
part of. He's what, the parks director or something of Coralville or something like that. I mean, he's
he still the parks director of Coralville?
Coralville.
Yeah. So, and Coralville wants to do a lot, right? I feel like they have a lot of money to like try to push.
So I feel like he's got some pull with the parks department. Everybody likes cycling there, so he's got this going on. I'm guessing Coralville. It's mostly through Coralville, right? I mean, does it go into?
Yeah, Iowa City, I think is kind of partners with them in some way. But yes, Iowa City could probably do a lot more with kind of getting into like the bike programs. I feel like Coralville is just really mopping the floor with like the trail access and all that stuff. So I think we definitely there's a lot of improvement from the city that can be done.
Yeah, but having a race like Core 4 and showing Iowa City benefits directly from Core 4, because people aren't staying in Coralville. Like, they're staying in Iowa City. They're going to the restaurants in Iowa City. Like, they're not staying out there at like Wilson's.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get Alex on and see if he can chat with us about it. Tell us a little bit more. Yeah, I'm curious to know too. I was trying to see the list, but I don't see a list on their website.
Well, let's we'll shoot Alex a text tonight and ask him to.
I'll call him right now.
Yeah, we're looking for a start list. We want a men's and women's start list.
It's nice when you go to the website and they have the start list like right.
I want to know why he's not on the chat right now.
Because he's out there promoting. He's probably making his newest Instagram post.
It's 9 o'clock. Well, it's 8:30.
Man, I admire that guy's work ethic. He's amazing. Guy knows how to throw a party too. 100%.
That's what I think. That's why Core 4 is again as big as it is. You gotta know a good party, man. I think a lot of times, with gravel, people forget that a lot of people make it as plan it as maybe a weekend getaway. So having a good post race music, food, and family environment, that's the key, I think, to like grow a new gravel race. Because then you can talk your whole family into showing up while you ride your bike, and they have things to do. There's food to eat and places to relax. So I think the way they're planning it, having Wilson's, it's a nice family-oriented space anyway. So you don't have to twist your partner to show up and hang out, for the day. Let's see. I wanted to talk about the monuments of gravel. Did you guys see that article? Let me see.
The monuments of gravel.
Monumental it's monumental loop, right?
No, monuments of gravel. So this guy, it's like the 5 most influential. Let's see here. The 5 most influential gravel races.
This is different.
Yeah, let's see. Let me see if I can find it.
Are they all in the United States or are they in other countries?
No, this is here. In other countries too. Let's see if I can open it. One of our listeners, Dean, friend of the channel here, he sent me the article and I was checking it out. Let's see here. But it's pretty interesting because let's see if we can pull it up and talk about the get your suggestions, your thoughts on it. Yeah. But so is Graham riding a motorcycle too, or are you just guys gonna do just mountain biking?
Both.
Yeah, mountain bikes tomorrow.
Yeah, we started out.
What's Zoran gonna ride?
Zorn's gonna pretend that he's here right now, and he's gonna live vicariously through my Instagram posts. I do. We love the guy, but man, do we bust his balls. But yeah, we wish he was here. But yeah,
he's not coming down.
No, we were joking.
No, he's a slave to the man at work. But yeah, I took the whole week off, came to see the boy, and brought the moto, brought the mountain bike, and Graham's an amazing host. A, but B, Tennessee,
That's
Georgia.
what I hear.
Yeah,
wow.
we're tearing it up, man.
So I guess one of these days we'll get invited, Aria, and we'll be,
Listen,
Yeah.
Jason, listen.
No.
First off, I barely know you, so I'm not going to invite you. But
Homies only. I'm just saying.
No. And Aria, I think promised to visit in 2025, and it is almost September. So I don't know.
I tell you what, we did a route today. It got interrupted by a road closure by some loggers, but you tell them about that 3-day death march, whatever.
Yeah, there's actually, this is a cool video. Like, there aren't many cool gravel documentaries, I think, out there that are actually like interesting. But a couple guys here from Chad.
I got a whole bunch of gravel.
I said
videos.
there aren't many.
Okay. I was
Would you
gonna
calm
say,
down? Gosh, man, he's got some self-esteem issues. But yeah, so look this up. It's I don't know if it's called the Death March or whatever or what, but it's about a 30-minute documentary of these 3 routes in eastern Tennessee that each day is like 70 miles and 10,000 feet of climbing, and not on just like nice roads. Like these roads we were on where you would want 2.4 tires on your gravel bike if you could possibly fit them on there.
At least you're going to want to stuff.
And a suspension fork.
You're going to want to stuff whatever fork gap you have with robust rubber.
But yeah,
it's no joke.
It's some serious gravel down here, and they did a cool documentary about it. So if anyone's ever interested in what gravel looks like down here in the Southeast, and Jason, you're pretty, it'd probably be really similar to what you ride up there in Pennsylvania. And I mean, you know what it's like. Like, I mean, it's these forest roads. They don't cut switchbacks. They point them up the road and they up the mountain, and they just go. They just go. Like, and I'd never ridden out there on my bike before, but after riding on the motorcycle, I was like, good Lord, that would be hard.
We've got some stout motorcycles and we were getting bounced around. Line choice was imperative. Yeah. You got to know your shit.
Yeah. But it was good.
Yeah. I rode dirt bikes back in the 1900s, and I had a BMW GS 1100. Back when we got married, and when we moved to Iowa, I got rid of it, and I kind of really haven't.
Did you make you sell it?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't riding it much. I was riding bicycles more, so.
Yeah, there's no need for a GS in Iowa, 100%. There's a need for a GS in the South, 100%, but not in Iowa.
Well, I had it here in Pennsylvania. My stepdad was he rode a little bit too, and yeah, I was riding bicycles more, and I said, yeah, I don't want to move it out there and have to deal with it, and so
Yeah.
Maria, did you pull up your monuments of gravel? Did you get it
Yeah,
up?
I had it up, but as Zoran said that the list of starters was on Bike Rig, but I can't find it.
I found it. I got all the.
Oh, you got the starters? Well,
Tell us.
let's not do that this week. Like I think
Okay,
it's not this weekend. Is it the weekend after this?
Next week.
Yeah.
It's coming up.
So I mean, if anything, we should
2
talk
weeks.
about Leadville, at least like who we think is going to win, and then next week we should definitely talk about Core 4 because like I'd like to. Aria, have you pre-ridden any of the course? I know Taylor, you've been on it, but like
Yeah, I've ridden the whole thing.
I would just
Core
be
4?
curious. Yeah, like if there are any new sections or like where we think maybe Taylor, you can hop on next week and we can talk about it. Or
Yeah,
something.
I rode the 100 on my moto last week, and it had just rained. So it's they do have a rain route. So those B roads, if it gets the same amount of rain that we just had on those B roads, it's going to be cake batter. You're gonna sink. You're gonna
Only
sink.
some survive.
I mean, to me, like I don't mind that because that's part of the adventure. You put the bike on your back and you make it work. But I mean, I'd probably leave that up to Alex and Nate to make the judgment call. But I'm moto and mountain bike first, so I would just be like, no, run it. Like this is part of the adventure. But
Yeah, so let's talk about that quickly. Actually, I'm always curious. What are you guys leaning on? Like, for example, like summertime. I feel like should we have a rain route in summer? I feel like
Yes.
if it's cold and people are gonna be fingers of freezing and stuff.
It's not-
maybe
it's-
have a.
it's
You
not
know?
cold. It's more trail conditions.
There should be a rain route. There should always be a rain route. We talked about this before, and I say this. So
I
hang on.
disagree with you. I'm like,
Hang on. I'm gonna categorize this. If you are a pro or electing to race for the money or to like place, no rain route. Like you're riding whatever the course is.
Yeah.
But if it's a participation event, and it goes back to what we were talking about earlier about like access to these events when Leadville's $550, like if you go in like that Unbound year where people probably like they just wanted to finish. They didn't care about what their time was. But not only
Okay.
did they fly, hang on.
All right, get it out.
You're a guest.
Get it out.
You're a guest. You just
I
know
have
your
something poignant.
know your
Go ahead.
place. Know your place.
Go ahead.
Like if like they trash bike, they probably had to spend some of them $2,000 on a new drivetrain, new everything. Like, yeah, and Zoran for once makes a good point. Like liability is there too. I think that like if it's a participation event, rain route, non-rain route, that's fine. If you're racing, you are subject to those conditions, and that should be what it is, and you get through it.
Permission
Well,
to speak,
I mean-
sir.
yeah.
Rain route for 60 milers and under. 100 milers, you know what you signed up for. You
okay.
have a different mentality. You know what you signed up for. 100 milers, that's the route.
Okay, actually,
60
I
and
actually
under,
like that.
rain route. 100 milers, suck it up.
I actually do like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
full
you know,
distance. Yeah.
And I
No-
know see, so,
No rain route.
like yeah,
that's
what
I like your
me
style.
too. I'm like no rain route because if I go back to my first ever gravel race, I see gravel. It rained for like 6 hours the night before. There was none of those rain route days back in those days. It was you rode. I think one of the things that
He was on the
I even
card
actually saw it Unbound is people riding like you have to know when to not ride your bike, right? You have to
Yes.
learn those things.
That's right.
Like if your foot sinks in there, it's probably gonna get in your derailleur. You're gonna mess things up.
Put it on your back.
Yeah, push it. Yeah, I think that's why I love off-road riding. Is just it's unpredictable, and you roll with the punches.
You
May
roll
the
with the
best
punches.
man finish.
And I do come with a place of authority because I've done Core 4 twice, and I have a mountain bike and moto background. So you roll with the punches. But if you want to play the liability bullshit rule, like what Zoran's leading to, and this guy, okay, 60 and under, rain route.
Yeah.
100 milers, you got a different mindset.
I
You're
can
already
agree with
psycho enough to race 100 miles in that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you better be prepared for all
I mean,
conditions.
The liability insurance is there whether it's raining or not.
Exactly. You sign the line, you show up to ride what you ride.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Welcome
fair.
to Iowa.
It can.
I agree.
I mean, I'm assuming Tennessee might be like Pennsylvania here. It can rain all day long while you're riding. It can pour down rain, and that gravel is just going to get a little bit more gravel on your bike, but it's all going to wash off. It's not like
It's not like
really
it's not peanut butter.
It's
mud.
definitely not peanut butter.
It's river rock. I mean, because like all the rock dirt
Soaks
here
up.
is river rock. Like
And I
soaks
guess
up
to
and
be the
drains
devil's
off.
advocate here is also having. We have to remember though, sometimes there's adaptive riders, so there's that. So
Yeah, that's
we're
true.
talking about cycling being, exclusive. You want to try to get more people in there. So
And that's fine.
yeah.
And even 60 milers, you got a screw loose, but all right, fine. Rain route 60 and under. 100 milers, suck it up.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
I'm aligned with that. I hadn't thought about that before, but I agree because even in like a situation like Unbound, it gives people like it really does separate the it lets the cream rise to the top.
100%.
Like if you're gonna put yourself
absolutely.
out there to go do it, like then you've understood what the risks are and you are out there hell or high water.
It ain't your first rodeo, and
Yeah.
even if it is,
Yeah.
saddle up.
I mean, you're a big boy, a big girl. Like if you sign up for 200 miles, you're expecting you have to plan for the worst case scenario. Your body might start failing. How are you going to deal with your legs cramping 100 miles in, right?
Yeah, it's the Midwest in the summer. It's a coin flip of what it's going to be like.
What you're going to get. Absolutely.
100%.
If you're worried about your drivetrain, ride a single.
You signed up
Buy
for
single.
You signed up
single
for,
speed.
You signed up for the whole race.
All right, Shrum, transmission. Get
right.
transmission. Just crank it,
Ugh.
Whatever.
Or-
no problem.
Or you would, me personally, if I was in the 100 and it soaked the night before, I'm getting out Google Maps and I'm looking for alternate. I'm just saying.
It's just looking for spirit of gravel. Like fine.
No,
I'm
that's
gonna
true.
make it
Gravel. That's
That's how
outside of
Nate
that.
wins every year. Nate knows his little like sneak routes.
I'm gonna
and
make
he
it
just,
work.
Like goes down those sneak routes.
Goes around. I think his days of winning call for.
Oh, I think Nate's going to be a participating like contender this year. He's not going to be anywhere near.
So I don't mean to cut this short, but the cigar bar closes in an hour. Thank you guys. It's been great. Nice chatting with you.
Oh
It
yeah.
was out.
Are you not going to the cigar bar, Graham? Also,
No, I'm here with you guys.
He's dedicated.
that's right.
Yeah.
He wants to get his check, so that's right.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys.
All right, thanks, yeah. Let me pull up that list. So I don't know if you guys saw it. So this is the article, and I'll link it in the show notes. But this is introduce the moments of gravel racing. So they kind of are talking about the top 5 gravel races, and they go through here. Let's see, honorable mentions: Steamboat Gravel. So they didn't label it as one of the 5 monuments because I think of the race format changing this year.
All
And
right.
Badlands, Spain. I don't know. Trying to skim through here.
What are the other ones?
You got Mid South, Big Sugar.
Yeah.
You got the Gralloch. Never heard of that.
What's it called?
Scotland. The Gralloch in Scotland.
Okay.
Now these are the ones. Now these are what he has in his list. The obvious choices. Unbound.
Yeah.
Now I don't know what makes Unbound special. Is it the distance?
It must be the distance, and the reputation.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I guess everybody probably that rides gravel knows about Unbound. That's true.
Yeah.
The trucker. The trucker is also like probably the Unbound of Europe would be my guess. Would be yeah. Let's see here.
What else is
Gravel
there?
World. Gravel Worlds.
Hey, I
this
did
guy
that one
did,
at least.
Yeah, you done that one. I feel like that's an iconic race. I feel like they've been doing that thing for a long time. Let's see the Rift. Now I want to do the Rift. We should go do the Rift one of these
I
days.
would love to do the Rift.
The BWR series sounds,
Is there anything on the East Coast besides the Rift?
that's the way far.
Way east.
No, that's it.
Wow.
That's it.
Well,
Yeah. That's it.
I feel like the Hilly Billy would be a good one, but it went away for a while and it just made a return.
The Hilly Billy, where is that at?
That's in West Virginia, and it's like 80 miles with 80,000 feet of climbing or something. It's a pretty tough one. I didn't know it came back, and that might be one of the other ones that I try and do next year is the Hilly Billy.
Yeah, and then we're still obviously gonna do Sea Otter.
Yeah.
You guys are all gonna lose to me,
Well, not me.
Yeah, did you? I was looking, and I kind of like to go through Pink Bike and look at some of the bike stuff, some of the new mountain bikes. Did you guys see this thing?
What is it?
This is this guy, the Factory Cycles Turg DH whatever. This thing is crazy. Look how slack that bike is.
Yeah.
That looks like it has checks that the fork can cache, but the back cannot.
Dude, that's every bike in our shop, really.
I mean, that looks like you could take a hit on the front end, and then you just ruin the linkage.
No. That's. So my buddy Swede at the bike, he's got a steel full suspension mountain bike. It's called a Starling. He can change that frame. He can run anything up to 170 in the front down to like a 100 in the front. And he can run anything from like a 100 to like a 160 in the back.
How is he able to achieve that?
He throws on different shocks, different forks. He had one of those triple clamp forks on it like 2 weeks ago, and an air coil in the back, and then he had a big hit spring coil shock in there. He's swapping things out on that bike every week.
Because that doesn't when you with the mountain bike geometry, isn't there like a sign limitation of how far you can go with
so this is the way this bike was designed. It was designed to be able to swap around all this stuff. It has a different. It's made so that you can swap the swing arm out.
Wow!
Can you adjust the headset?
No.
To make the angle?
I don't think so.
Man, I feel like wouldn't that?
I think if you had one of those eccentric headsets, like you can get, like where it goes in the bottom and the center, and it comes out the top and the back or the front. You can change the angle that way by a few degrees here and there.
I just may be able to do that. If I put like a 120 on there and then I lock out the rear, if I got a raked out 120, like that seems like a recipe for crushing like a wheel.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I feel like there'll be so many compromises having that range of modification on a single bike.
Well, it's called a Starling. Pull ST like the bird, Starling.
STERLING.
ARLING. Yes. He's got a really.
I'll be right back, guys.
Swede's he's a pretty interesting guy. I want to try and get him on to talk about mountain bike suspension one time. He's pretty.
Is this it right here?
Spot on with it. I think so. Yeah.
Let's shout classes here. Let's take a look. The website's a little slow, but it is what it is. So does your buddy's bike look like this?
His is more. It's not quite pink. It's a different color. It's lighter than that.
I don't see their frames. What the hell? Where the hell are their frames? See if we buy now. I want to see this one bike.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe there's another one here. Let's see here.
Yeah, he says you can buy a different swing arm for it. but the main triangle, if you look close to where that shot, the rear shock hits the frame.
Yeah.
There's
Right.
Like, yeah, if you zoom in on that, there's like spots that you can mount the shock up and down the frame there. Can you zoom in any closer to that?
No, they
It might have a better picture. It might have a better picture on one of the bottom. Yeah, look at the bottom. Scroll across on the bottom. There you go. The next one.
This guy here.
No, you went there. No, too far. Second from the right.
The
one way on the right. There you go. Yeah, see that?
Yeah.
No, you missed it. Not there. No. Right there. Yes. So you can move that bracket up and down and mount that shock.
Interesting.
Have you ridden that bike?
Just around the shop. And
looks cool.
Dude,
looks
I don't
really
think
cool.
I don't think he's had the bike set up the same more than 2 weeks in a row, really.
So he's like he's utilizing it then. Like he's really swapping things out.
He's our suspension guy, and he is into suspension. I think we're going to be one of the only suspension tuning shops, in Western Pennsylvania, maybe. Like we bought a dynamo and all kinds of. We're buying all this stuff to do like tuned suspension setups for your mountain bike.
That's cool.
And he's throwing on like every fork that he can get, every shock that he can put on. He's just throwing it on there, and he's got like a telemetry thing that you could put on the bike. So it's a rod that mounts to your frame near the shock, where the one part of the shock connects, and the swing arm where the other shock connects, and it wires up to your little data thing, and you take it for a ride for like an hour, 2 hours, and it shows you how much that shock's moving the whole time you're riding. You go back, you throw it on a computer, and it tells you how to tune that shock.
That's wild.
Crazy stuff, yeah. And he's like super into it.
Is that a flight attendant?
Way better flight. We've been looking into, just to get on the shocks for real quick. Everybody's buying Fox and Rock shocks and stuff, and he was showing me the Manitou forks, and those are great forks. If I was gonna swap out my fork right now, I would probably put a Manitou on.
Well, I don't know anything about those forks. Tell me.
Yeah, the Manitou forks I've heard like on mountain bike websites and stuff. They talk about them quite a bit.
So I think the Manitou for a 100 or 120 cross country race fork is like 100 grams lighter than the other Sid or Fox comparable.
But like, what is for me? I don't care about weight. I'm fat, relative to what I should be. So what about like service intervals, performance and things like that?
Adjustability from the Manitou. You can take the RS8 or the R8 or the one that I'm kind of looking at. It's the light cross country one.
You can swap out your freaking fork already?
I might put this one on the Krampus.
Oh, okay.
But it goes. You can swap it out super easy. You could do it from home. You could turn it from a 100 millimeter travel up to like a 130 or a 140 millimeter travel.
Holy cow!
And
so I agree. I get the use of that, but like if you compare a 120 Rock shock, I don't know, like a Sid Deluxe or something like that versus and then you take like a Pike or something.
Yeah.
How does that Manitou compare to those two? Is it like a jack of all trades and gets the job done, or is it comparable in terms of performance that the average rider is going to notice? And maybe you don't know that. I'm just that's what I look at.
I don't know that, but I'm just going by what my mechanic buddy says.
Yeah. Get one, man. Get one. Throw it on there.
Sold on it. We got a couple into the shop today, and maybe I'll see if they'll just let me borrow one.
Yeah.
So They're pretty comparably priced. Yeah, I like them. I rode a man at I rode Marzocchi. I don't know how you pronounce that. Back on my 26-inch mountain bikes. They're still a pretty good fork.
Yeah.
I hear.
I know no one's listening at this point because we're an hour and 10 minutes in, but it just makes me start to think about like what's the value of a bike shop that they can offer, and I really think it's less and less about the technology that they offer, because like all these companies offer the similar technology, but it's the ability to make your bike work for you. Yeah. And I've never had a professional bike fit. I've had a bike fit done, but I don't think it was a professional bike fit. But when you talk about having the ability at a shop to dial in suspension to the point where like I could go ride and I know that the suspension is exactly what I need it to be for my riding style and weight, and that'd be so cool.
It's very big around here, and we're kind of marketing ourselves. My buddy's name is Justin Swede, and he started his own little LLC called Service by Swede, and he got a little mustache logo. It's pretty cool, and we're just
in the comments.
Yeah, he's just super, and we're trying to sell the service of. At some point, we want to be able to, for people that are really serious about it, we're going to put that telemetry stuff on their bike, and they'll pay whatever service. We take them out, we go for a ride, and we do a few test runs on a couple of different trails so they can tune their bike to the trail that they're going to race or ride, and how they ride. And,
the pros are doing this. I don't think that the amateurs shouldn't be doing that. It would be so cool if in the price of a bike came, okay, I just bought this like Maserati of a bike, this $10,000 bike.
Yeah.
Now make it work for me. And I don't think the average bike shop employee cannot do that.
Yeah.
And I think what you're doing is like the start.
That's cool. That's really
it's super, super cool.
Because that's I think at the end of the day, that's the majority of us who ride bikes because we like to nerd around with the specs and riding quality, riding style, feedback on the bike. So it makes sense. I know some of that stuff costs money, but also it's like when you look at other hobbies, fishing and motorcycle riding, like all that stuff.
It all costs money.
If you don't have any fun, it's gonna cost some money. Obviously, some stuff is more expensive, but it is what it is, right? We gotta enjoy the bikes. Yeah, shall we shut this down, guys?
Cut it. I gotta go catch Taylor at the cigar bar.
Yeah, you gotta go drink, smoke your cigars.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go sit on the porch and sit. It's like 70 degrees here in Tennessee right now, so
it was
I'm
nice
gonna sit on
today.
the back porch. Yeah.
When I was out in the woods today, how the summer sun changes, and that fall's right around the corner. And I was riding out there. I'm like, man, this lighting here only means one thing.
That's what he was thinking about just as he crashed.
Yeah, just as he crashed.
Man, that crash, it just
you're like, fall's almost here, and then a big bug hits you in the face, and you're like,
And what was messed up? I was like, I was out there having a good time, man. I was like, I got a KOM up there. I need to upload to Strava.
No way.
Yeah. I'll send you guys this picture. But I was having a good day on the bike.
Graham, did I tell you the story about I gave Lindsay my Garmin, my old Garmin?
Yeah.
She didn't clear it off and went out for a ride and came back and had all the QOMs in town.
Oh, no way.
They were all mine.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. I'm just glad I got all the QOMs at least.
You got them all.
You're winning. Jason was winning all the women in Iowa.
She had people calling her up, man, you're fast on a mountain bike. She's like, I ride my bike.
That's awesome.
All right.
Guys. Yeah, let's shut her down.
All right, let's end the stream. Guys, Zoran, everybody else, Kurtig, thank you guys.
Real Nutrition.
Yeah, Real
Olive. Oh
Yes.
yeah, I don't know if we mentioned it. We didn't talk too much about Olive, but they're giving 100 bottles to
I saw
the
that.
tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I have gone. I'm on my like 5th bottle of Olive.
Wow.
That stuff is good.
Yeah, I use it all the
That
time.
stuff's good.
Used it
I'm
tonight.
telling you, I think ever since I started doing those capsules, which I need to get small, but
Yeah.
I
I'm
feel like
about
my
to.
resting heart rate, and I don't know if I'm
I
also
told
living
you.
long-
Your resting heart rate drops. Like it is.
Yeah.
I couldn't attribute to anything else. Like it really does.
I
Yeah.
can't
Like,
get my
even-
resting heart rate below 35.
Yeah, well,
That's
that's
crazy.
not healthy.
Yeah, that's when we're doing Ragbri, like it's normal to see that heart rate going up, the resting heart rate kind of climb up, after day and day of riding, especially trying to ride hard. And
Yeah,
my heart rate stayed under 50, like it was 45 to 49 the whole time,
that's awesome.
which normally, 3 days of fatigue,
That'll do it.
Yeah, but so I think there is some, really real good advantage with that. The olive.
Eat your
product.
Reeland, eat your Olive, and buy your bikes at World of Bikes.
You know what
And
gets
then
my
listen
heart
to
rate
us.
What?
People watching us and tuning in.
Oh,
Listening to
yeah.
our
That-
podcast. That gets my
that's a
heart rate
fact.
up.
That's right.
Awesome.
Mine too. It gets my heart rate up. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Until
Yeah, thanks, y'all.
next one.